It's not what we chose, so.
Nope, it's not. She's very emotional, and I don't want to be emotional.
Meri's new era. She's finally stopped giving a damn, and honestly, it's about time. I mean, let's all give Jen a round of applause for finally slapping Meri awake about how Robyn's been treating her. Maybe, just maybe, we can get Jen as a regular on the show. Can you imagine the comedic gold she and Meri would bring? I'd watch them all day. Both of them have a wicked sense of humor. Seriously though, you could see how over it Meri was talking to Robyn. The entire vibe shifted as soon as Jen showed up. That "oh hi" was comedy gold. Suddenly, the entire group went silent. No more fake laughs or forced jokes, just awkward tension. And let's not forget the cherry on top, Meri suggesting they burn the mission statement. LMAO, if there was ever a moment that screamed done with this nonsense, that was it. I'm so glad Meri didn't cave to Robyn's manipulative crap or give in to the gaudy gift Robyn had to rip open for the cameras. Meri didn't flinch. Not a tear, not a moment of weakness. I'm honestly proud of her. Now, if Meri could just wrap her head around the idea of hiring movers, seriously, Meri, it's not that hard. She'll be 100% free. She just needs to stop caring what Robyn or Kody think and realize she's worth more than their validation. If she can learn to love herself, truly, deeply, she might just find the happiness she deserves. And maybe even a partner who doesn't treat her like a doormat. We've got so much to dive into today, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into it. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Elena here, and welcome back to my channel Reality Nexus X. Meri's reaction to Robyn's goodbye was a moment we should all be raising our glasses to. Finally, Meri refused to get dragged into Robyn's little pity party. Bravo, Meri. But it did make me realize something much darker. Meri's entire existence in this mess was clearly defined by her desperate need to be the one Kody really noticed. And how did she think she'd win his favor? By practically gluing her lips to Robyn's behind, of course. It's so obvious now, looking back, that Meri's whole purpose in this family was to be Robyn's biggest cheerleader and Kody's best friend, red, obedient lapdog. She bent over backward to throw anyone under the bus just to stay in the good graces of the woman who was clearly Kody's number one. And now that she's finally given up on that future with him, she's just over it. And that's the real kicker. She's been mirroring Robyn's emotions for years, like some sad, pathetic shadow, just to feel like she mattered. But now that Meri's let go of her delusions of a full marriage with Kody, she couldn't care less about feeding Robyn's insatiable need for drama and negative attention. This is the perfect time to sit back and watch what happens to Robyn and Kody in this post-polygamy world. Kody's already a lost cause, but what's Robyn going to do without a bunch of women to feel superior to? It'll be fascinating in a train wreck sort of way. Two things I would pay a lot of money to see. First, the list Kody handed Meri when they moved to Flagstaff. Can you even imagine the absurdity on that? And second, the group chat that ultimately doomed the family. But honestly, the thing I would pay the most for? Robyn's tears. A rare, limited edition event that you're never going to see again. I'm actually kind of impressed that Meri finally admitted she doesn't trust Robyn, keeping her emotions locked up tight. For a while there, it seemed like the whole OG3 was just trying to avoid that woman like the plague. And now, here's Meri, finally acknowledging the truth. A win for her, but also a giant duh moment. It's really heartbreaking, though. Meri's just one of those people who's way too easily manipulated. And hey, that doesn't make her a bad person. Some people are just more susceptible than others. My dad's the same way. Sweet guy, but let someone flash a little fake sympathy his way, and he's all in. Meri's exactly the same. Leon warned her 100 times that Sam was a catfish, but Meri wouldn't listen. Her friends, probably even Janelle and Christine, told her that Kody and Robyn were playing her for a fool, but nope, Meri wasn't having it. She wanted to believe so badly that she ignored every red flag waving in her face. I really hope, for her sake, she finally realizes Robyn never had her best interests at heart. But hey, let's not forget about Kody, the king of manipulation. Now that he's lost his ability to triangulate everyone against each other, what's he going to do? His reign of terror over the family is over, and he's got no one left to abuse or bully. Let's be real, he loved having 4 wives and 1,000,000 kids to control, all vying for his attention. But now, with just him and Robyn left, they're going to be a toxic, soul-sucking duo. They've got nothing to occupy their time except shopping, and even that might lose its luster. And eventually, Kody will probably just cut down every tree in Arizona for fun. Then what? Honestly, it's anyone's guess. So last night, Janelle casually said she's fine with her 4 acres of the 14-acre proposed subdivision. No appraisal needed, of course. It's all about compromise, right? This arrangement might screw over Meri, but hey, that's nothing new. Meri, meanwhile, is on camera confronting Kody, demanding an appraisal and trying to pin him down on all the details. She's gauging his reaction, pushing for fairness, and, oh yeah, trying to corner him with production standing right there. And what does she get? Blasted by the public for being the bad guy. Makes total sense, right? Let's not forget, Janelle tried earlier to get Kody to change the lot lines so Meri wouldn't end up with the property by the pond. So, it's all a big game. But for some reason, everyone's turning on Meri, just because she pointed out that Janelle had mentioned this to her in the first place. Seriously? Janelle, on the other hand, seems perfectly content to take whatever deal she can get. She's over it. She's done with the fight. And honestly, who can blame her? It's like when people settle in court just to avoid the endless headaches and legal fees. And guess what? That's exactly what Kody does. He wears everyone down until they're too exhausted to keep fighting. Then, he swoops in and benefits from the settlement. Classic Kody move. But let's not forget that outside of the show, Janelle already spilled the beans that she and Meri worked together on a project they both liked, and shocker, it went well. Who knew? What we've seen on the show so far is just the buildup. The real fireworks are coming next week, folks. Now, Janelle's lawyered up, and trust me, we're not going to get a front row seat to that drama. But she's got legal representation fighting for her interests. Her saying she's fine with the 4 acres isn't code for, I'm good with how Meri's getting screwed. Janelle's not Meri's personal lawyer, people. She told Meri to fight for her share and be careful. She's done her homework, and now she's checking out. 2 things can be true at once, you know. And don't forget, Kody loves playing everyone off each other. He tells them all different things, even when it comes to something as simple as the property map. Meri and Kody on the same lot? What the heck? What was the point of that? Couldn't Meri just get her 4 acres and Kody a cozy little 2-acre slice by the pond? But wait, why is Kody getting anything at all? It should be split among the wives, obviously. By that logic, Janelle and Meri should be splitting the land 50-50ths. Robyn? Well, she already has her McMansion, so she's set. In the end, the only person who truly came out of this whole property mess unscathed and with something resembling fairness was Christine. And guess what? She set the precedent. If you've got a house with equity, you trade it for your stake in the land. But of course, Kody doesn't care about any of that. Precedents? Puffed. They're just suggestions. This entire situation is a complete disaster, and even though we know how it's all been resolved, at least on paper, it's still a mess. It's like a divorce. Everything should just be sold, and the proceeds split 4 ways. But since Kody and Robyn are legally married, technically it should be split 3 ways. Janelle, Meri, and the Kody-Robyn duo each get an equal share. Can you imagine how much more straightforward that would be? Ah, Robyn. It's almost like she's living in a sitcom where she believes sister wives equals instant best friends. Anyone remember that iconic moment from The Office when Michael Scott shows a video of his younger self on that kid's show? He says something like, "I want a family, so they have to be my friends, and no one can run away from me." It's the saddest, most real moment for Michael Scott, and honestly, it feels a little too familiar when you think about Robyn. It's like she looked at polygamy and thought, "Oh, perfect. A built-in friend group. No one can escape me." The thing is, Robyn didn't grow up in a polygamous family like Meri or Christine did. She had no clue what the dynamics would be like. She walked into this situation thinking it would be one big happy, forced friendship circle where the sister wives would just love her. That's the thing with Robyn. She seems socially awkward, self-centered, and kind of oblivious to the fact that friendships take actual work. She probably assumed that if Kody loved her, the other wives would automatically love her too, without her doing anything. The effort to build relationships? Not in Robyn's vocabulary. She never seemed to understand that having sister wives means you actually have to work at those relationships, like being honest, showing some selflessness, and understanding the give and take. She didn't have any of that figured out. Instead, she thought she could skip all the tough parts of building friendships, thinking they'd just be good sister wives to her. Newsflash, it doesn't work that way. To be blunt, she didn't know how to be a real friend, and it shows. She assumed that the sister wives would just fall in line because, well, Kody loved her. But that's not how friendships or plural marriages work. Without the effort, those relationships are bound to crumble. And unfortunately for Robyn, she learned that the hard way. Meri's behavior here is honestly just classic Meri, isn't it? First off, throwing Janelle under the bus was low-key savage, but also totally on-brand for her. She's over there chatting with Kody and Robyn about how Janelle supposedly told her to be careful. As if Janelle is some kind of villain trying to mess everything up. The reality, Janelle was just trying to give her a heads up, like, "Hey, don't get played by Kody, here's what's going on." Meri's attempt to make Janelle look paranoid and scheming. So transparent. But Meri doesn't care. She wants that appraisal, but more than that, she doesn't miss the chance to frame Janelle as the bad guy. When Kody and Robyn press her on what Janelle might have meant, Meri's classic move is to shrug it off, saying, "I don't know." Yeah, you do, Meri. You absolutely know what's going on. She's trying to make it look like but honestly, it's all just a way to protect herself, making it seem like Kody is out to screw her over too. The whole thing with Kody and Robyn, they're just part of her game. Meri has been snarky for ages, wearing her karma shirts, making slight comments to poke at them and watch them squirm. She purposely planned her move date on her anniversary, got Kody to admit on camera that he ended the marriage, and even made a huge public spectacle with a release stating abandonment as grounds. This situation was just another chapter in her ongoing saga of playing the game with them. And let's be real, Meri knows exactly how to play Kody. She's always several steps ahead. She knows how to get him on camera, saying exactly what she needs him to say for future leverage. So when she casually mentions that she and Janelle have been talking and that she wants an appraisal, she's already got Kody on edge. It's no accident that they're both aware of what's been said off camera, and they can see the writing on the wall now that Meri and Janelle might actually be teaming up. And about the whole throwing Janelle under the bus thing? Please, Meri's not an idiot. She knows that Kody and Robyn already know what Janelle has been saying, and they've seen all the footage well before we do. So there's no real bus here. Plus, let's not forget that Janelle hasn't exactly been a friend to Meri in the past. They didn't speak for over a year, and when Janelle finally did talk to Meri, it was because she needed her to get things done. And if we're opening old wounds, Janelle once tried to screw Meri out of her land when she was in Kody's good graces, all so she could get her greenhouses. So yeah, Meri doesn't trust anyone but herself at this point, And lastly, as much as people love to say Meri's just trying to get brownie points, how do we know she wasn't just confronting Kody and Robyn to figure out exactly what's going on? Christine and Janelle have had no problem talking trash about Meri to Kody over the years, and let's not pretend that's not the same thing, except Meri's doing it on camera and getting the footage to back her up if things ever go south. It's all calculated, and it's honestly kind of genius. She's playing the long game, and she's doing it with style. Robyn doesn't have to fake it anymore. Did anyone catch how frosty she was with Meri in the latest episode? Meri cracked a few jokes, and Robyn didn't even bother to fake a smile. Funny, because those same jokes got laughs when Meri was moving to Utah. Then there were all the side-eye glances between Robyn and Kody. Those two couldn't hide their disdain for Meri, and you could practically feel how uncomfortable Robyn kept her around as the token ally in the family. But now that Meri's planning to leave, there's no need for the pretentious friendship anymore. It turned into a classic Kody and Robyn versus Meri situation. And it's not like this is new. This dynamic has been brewing for a while. I really hope Meri wakes up and realizes that all those years of fake friendship weren't fooling anyone. She needs to ditch them for good. Robyn's been a lot more outspoken and snarky in the talking heads too, throwing in little jabs like, "Don't make me a victim, sweetie," under her breath. She knows she's won. Look at the situation. She's living in a $2 million mansion that the others could never afford. She's got the family's retirement funds tucked away in her personal account, and she's got the perfect little family unit. She hasn't worked a day in decades and won't need to. The only thing left for her to do is play the victim for the audience. And even then, in the talking heads where she can say whatever she wants, she's not even pretending anymore. She's smug, rolling her eyes, and snapping back at anyone who dares to challenge her. It's a far cry from the woman who cried on camera during the interviews, sobbing over the loss of her family. Now, it's like she's barely trying to keep up the charade, because honestly, what's left to prove? The show's almost done, and once again, she's come out on top. At this point, I think we're seeing the real Robyn. She's never cared about anyone but herself and her kids. If she had to step on anyone to get what she wanted, so be it. Her newfound confidence says it all. She's calculated, fully aware of her role in this mess, and way more manipulative than people give her credit for. I don't think she set out to destroy the family from the beginning, but she definitely knew what she was doing with every tear she shed and every denial she made. And that's why I'm so sympathetic to Meri. She's been stuck in this toxic, twisted, cliquey excuse for a family for decades. She's always been the black sheep, used and manipulated by the others, and barely respected. The only reason they even tolerate her is because she doesn't trash talk them like Janelle and Christine do. Once this whole land thing is over, Robyn and Kody will likely pull even further away from Meri, while still pretending they're all on good terms for the cameras. Oh, so that was what was up Robyn's ass. When Meri called Kody out for not even knowing about her lifelong fascination with Stonehenge, after 30 years of marriage, Robyn couldn't help but throw a full-blown hissy fit. Cue the dramatic sweep away from the table, like who invited this level of overreaction? I rewatched that scene, and you know what really stood out? The eye roll when Kody hugged Meri. It was like watching someone trying to hide a deep-seated hatred for a person they'd rather never interact with again. Honestly, I hope Meri catches this on camera, because it's the perfect proof of how Robyn really feels about her. And seriously, imagine if Robyn had been there when Kody and Meri accidentally got all handsy while moving furniture. The woman would have had a stroke. At this point, Robyn's running the show, and Kody. She's basically got him on a leash, with no real need for Meri anymore, except for that land deal to be sorted. Watching her during this visit was like watching a mob wife, cool, calculating, and all about securing the lifestyle she wants. Now that Meri's officially on her way out, Robyn's done pretending. She wasn't expecting it. didn't want to hear about it, and knew she'd never have to see Meri again after that day. Why keep pretending to care? When the marriage talk came up, it hit a nerve, and Robyn was done with the act. So what does she do? She storms out like a petulant child who signed up for polygamy but couldn't handle the reality of being married to a man who has other wives. To me, that whole scene was the final nail in the coffin, showing that Robyn never gave a crap about the rest of the family. People say the downfall was her being the favorite, but let's be real. She wanted polygamy, but only if she could be the top dog. She didn't care about family. She cared about securing her financial future and tolerating everything else until she could shut it all down. Now that Meri's on her way out, Robyn's just ready to ride off into the sunset with Kody and all this cash. I don't think she came in with the goal of destroying the family, but she definitely didn't come in with the honest intent of building something real. She's all about the cushy lifestyle, and if that meant watching people leave to maintain her place, so be it. The only thing that mattered was making sure she didn't seem okay with it until they were all gone. And now, with Meri out, Robyn's mask is slipping for good. This season, especially, it's clear she's over the act. Less fake tears, more don't give a crap attitude. She's confrontational, cold, and ready to shut it all down. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and much love to you all.